Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings, Buenos Dias. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to say this. We got Sean the Ball in here.
Hey,
Sean.
I'm sorry.
You
Can
had
I
to
get
do
mine
it.
up?
Yeah, get
Just
yours
give it
up.
a line.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Tortilla.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. It's accolades. I love it.
Yeah.
That alone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're beloved, in all communities all over the world. I asked you before we got on air, what are the things people throw at you while you're walking? And I don't mean like physically, but like the words and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you say you get the give me the light a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Give me the light. So me go so them is another one.
Can I try to guess what some migoso mean?
So me go so then is just me saying, so I'm doing this next. So it's like saying, yo, check me out on the mic. Like, yo, check it. Like, you know what I mean?
So it's,
So me go so then,
Hey.
and
You
then
made
I
that?
do what I'm doing. No, it's just like a saying in
Yeah.
you know, yeah. So,
That's so tight.
Learning.
Yeah.
We were doing our Googles on you, and your name is Sean Paul Ryan.
yeah.
Is there a reason you stopped at the Paul? You're like, the Ryan's too much. I'm not gonna put that Ryan in there.
Nah, my mom wanted a lot of kids, and she had two, so she gave us names.
You have a lot of names, Sean.
All the leftover names?
Yeah, she was like, all of those I wanted to have, but I'm not gonna bother again. I just put all those.
There you go.
On you guys.
And it's Sean. Okay, how many? It's you and another boy or another girl?
Me and my brother, he's right
Oh, what's up, bro?
there. Jason,
Hey.
Zigzag. Yeah, part of my management team.
Oh, that's so
So-
awesome. So it's two of you. I guess, did you always know that there were supposed to be multiple, or were you guys fine just living it out, just you two?
Nah, you just, the name thing was just a thing.
Yeah. Did you always want like another sibling? I'm the youngest one, and I wish I had another one that I could bully the way I was bullied by my older ones. And I was like, I wish I had that.
No, I think I had it. He had enough bullying from me.
you.
and I got that bully stuff out of my system. But yeah, I there was a show I used to watch when I was a kid called 8 is Enough. I don't know if you. So there's a kid on there named Jason. So they were like, "What you want to name your little brother?" I said Jason, and then, so
You
I
helped
named him
name
off of
him?
8 is Enough.
I love
show.
that.
Oh, wow.
Different origins.
Yeah.
So in Spanish, there's like these soap operas. They're called
Yeah.
novelas. I'm named after someone there, and I
Oh,
would
yeah.
rather have been off of the 8 is Enough than some lady that cheated on her husband, threw him down the stairs or something. Like, ours are crazy.
It's
Yeah.
funny though. Ask me what that show was about. I have
I had no
I don't
idea.
remember nothing.
But you remember the name.
I remember the name and his name.
Awesome.
That's funny. So I feel like you've always been like a big proponent of like the cannabis.
Yes.
So pretty early, I guess it wasn't like that popular when you first came out, at least in the States, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like, things are like, it's so natural and normal now, but like, do you feel like you get the credit of like being like, just give it a lie, legalize it and stuff like that?
Our culture, reggae and dancehall music, been doing that forever. So it was like a normal thing in our culture to do at least a couple songs advocating for weed and thing. But my father, he crashed a plane once in the Everglades in Miami.
What?
Yeah, he was on a plane that crashed. That was kind of transporting stuff. So to see,
Sean, shut up.
yeah. But he passed away now.
Oh,
R.I.P.
okay.
to my
R.I.P.,
pops.
R.I.P.
But not from the plane crash. But,
Good. You survived that.
Good.
You survived that. Yeah.
He did. But to see go from there to where it is now, like I'm writing it off on my credit card, like it's just medicine, and
Yeah,
I love
it
it. I
is.
mean,
It is.
and it is, and it is, and to see it be freed in that respect has been really an awesome thing. Before he passed away, he saw the beginning of what all this was happening now, and he was like, I can't even believe that, bro. And so from an OG family, of supporting the whole movement, it's crazy to see.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Sean, when was the first time you used the medicine?
I think I was a late teenager.
Late teen?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's
I
good.
never, it didn't affect me the first time.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to say. I
Yeah.
left it alone. But to each his own. For me, I don't think that anybody should be doing anything, like even too much of anything.
Too much of anything can get to you. No, that's true.
Sure.
I remember like it was used on us. They would put it in alcohol.
Yeah.
And then like topical, like to
Yes,
help with
exactly.
like pain. And then
Healing.
And then my cousins are like, I'm like, you guys are getting the thing that we put in alcohol. What are you doing with it? What are you doing over there? And then they're like, stay awake, stay away.
It smells good. I
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Like, did you guys get hurt or something? You sore? But it's funny the different uses that it has.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then
For
you
sure.
have like we be burning records and like a lot, like Vic said, a lot of, I guess, the acceptance and then just the cultural like celebration of it, like you gave us. And of course, it goes back to Bob and even before that. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like, I guess, maybe being in the same, like in that same community and culture, there's a pressure to be like Bob Marley?
No, not a pressure. Just I look up to him.
Yeah.
You know, I like to tell people that the road or the pathway that he paved for me as an artist, he left no potholes in it. You know, he left a great road for me to just do my thing on, and so I kind of want to do that for the younger generation as well. And so just being true to the culture is not a pressure. It's a pleasure, you know. Yeah. It's like I want people to know it. I want people to feel what I felt growing up, the proud I felt growing up, or the what's the word? Just the awesome feeling that I felt, like knowing the music, knowing what we speak about, and that kind of stuff. It's awesome. So I'm glad to be able to kind of spread that vibe.
You know, there's always like an adoration to you, Sean, and I don't think I've ever heard like an angry Sean Paul song, and you could have came out with like you could have done your own young like Nuck If You Buck type of record. You know what I'm saying? But like with you, it's always celebrating and dancing. I'm sure though, Sean, you get pretty upset sometimes too. I'm sure Jason does something.
Every day we fight. Every day we argue for like 3 minutes, and then we best friends for the next 3.
Oh my gosh.
But nowadays, I think what gets me the worst, like the most angry, is not having to do, but actually doing these TikTok videos or because for every video that you might see me put out that's dope and everybody loves, there's like thousands of them, and like I messed it up again.
And there's a pressure to be you, Sean. Like you're Sean Paul. You gotta get it right.
Yeah, so that's probably the angriest you see me nowadays.
I was gonna ask you about that too, because a lot of people on TikTok are sampling your songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ice Spice. You got a lot of artists. How do you feel about that?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It feels good to know, younger generations still can check me out, and people tell me I have a unique voice, and when I hear it, they're like, "Yo, that's him." So good stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's probably the angriest you see me nowadays, like cussing the phone out, like
when you can't get the TikTok
20
right.
videos later.
Oh my gosh, those are the ones that are gonna be the ones, bro. Like the ones where you get upset at them.
Actually, if I saw Sean Paul angry on the internet, that would go viral.
I think I'm gonna put all of them together.
The compilation.
Like
just give me the fight.
You should.
All the Jamaican body right there. You hear them there.
Oh, that's so cool. So when did like music start for you? If it was like, early on, like you're like, maybe smoking some weed or whatever, like was that also like you're working on music at the same time you're in the studio, or like when did that start for you?
By the way, he's not a big weed smoker. He wasn't just like a pothead like smoking at kickbacks and like, oh my God,
in the studio.
No, because he said he doesn't really do it.
I still
What's it like being a stoner, Sean?
Exactly. When I was born.
Yeah. Out the womb. Yeah, like the start of music for you.
Just give me a light right then.
The music, I guess you're starting.
Oh, when I started. So I remember starting at about 15 years old, saying to my mom, I saw like a documentary on TV in Jamaica about a big popular producer, and he was showing us how you use this drum machine to make the beats. And I was like, yo, I need that keyboard. I need a drum machine. So I kept telling my mom, and then she bought an old keyboard when I was like a cracked up keyboard in a flea market. And I started to build the rhythms on it, like they had a little drum section. And I thought I was going to be a producer at 15. And then I started to gravitate more towards writing music, and I was like, I like this better. So, a couple of years later, it was like, I'm more into that. My brother started a sound system in Jamaica with his friends.
I love that.
So they were in what's that, 9th grade or 8th grade? Yeah, 8th grade in school on the weekends playing for their friends and stuff. And then so it's a symbiotic thing, as a DJ, you need a sound system. Well, as like somebody who spits, you need a sound system to do it on. And so that was like one of the first channels for me. And thinking back, you know, I think back to when I was 5 years old. I went to a barbecue, lost everybody, lost parents, every little brother, everybody, and I was alone, and I'm crying, and there's a song on the playing over the barbecue. You can ring my bell, and it's a dope song.
Yeah.
But I'm crying on it, and I had a certain feeling. And we're later on, like I'm 19, got into the studio finally to do a demo. And I'm like, that's that same feeling I had when I was crying on You Can Ring My Bell.
Oh my God.
So it just felt like you know, from back then.
Like a foreshadow almost. And like this was meant to happen. Now when you say sound system, you actually mean like somewhat the truck, the crew, all the speakers. Because sometimes when you say sound system here, bro, it's just like a speaker.
Like a
but Jamaica, the sound systems, it's a whole crew and they battle it out.
Days, the crew had to carry the records. You had to have all of these records, like hundreds of thousands of records to each play out and whatnot. So yeah, that's his beginning in music and mine. My aunt, she had a sound system as well. It's called Sparkles Disco. So we as kids used to put we used to put the boxes together, set up where the bar is, and then we'd go home before the party. A lot of the parties were kept at our house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because my grandmother's house where we lived had a big lawn, and so they would keep pay parties there. So kids would come, like, you know, 18-year-old kids, and we would be able to set up the thing and then look through the window at what they was doing out there.
Sean,
So
it's around your whole life. You know, I look at like sound clashes and sound systems, and even like low-key the beginnings of hip-hop, how it comes from Jamaica and the people that immigrated to New York and doing the DJing out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so important. But I can only see pictures. I've only seen pictures of the big trucks with a bunch of speakers and everybody standing on top, and then they kind of do these things where they battle each other, and wherever the crowd goes more wins and stuff. Like, but you've actually been in those. That's a trip to me. Like, that's
still
amazing.
happen now. It's called sound clashes, and so you do special songs for each sound, and stuff like that. And you have to be a very witty presenter. We call it a selector. Yeah. So the selector got to present it with a very witty way to do it. You know what I mean? I seen one selector in Jamaica. His name is Escobar. Big up to him. He bust the whole place with a Celine Dion song. It came out of nowhere. But it was just how he introduced it. I can't remember that right now. But everybody's playing the more hardcore stuff. And he's like, yo. And then he came and made the biggest talk and played Celine Dion. And everybody's like, and, you know,
that's amazing. The Titanic record.
Exactly.
My heart will go on.
Yes.
All of that.
And then if you get customs by an artist, it like gives you extra points because they made a song especially for you.
Something that the crowd don't expect, like you got a dub plate from Wycliffe or something, and they're like, yo, blah, blah, blah.
They said our name of our crew, of our sound system. And then I also heard that low-key, like, literal gunshots would go off, and that started like the gunshots in music.
Definitely. There was years where when I was coming up, they started to ban this. Like, you can't do this no more because it's dangerous, right?
Of course,
But I there's stories of people going to, like, so the dance is on Saturday, so it's in a big field. So they go there in the day and they bury their guns.
Oh my
during
God.
the day so that they can get past security.
So in the night they could go, that's my tune. Boom, 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 boom.
So legit. This is incredible.
Boom.
And then we call it a forward when you like the song.
Yeah.
So instead of actually shooting the guns on, we make the sound. It's like bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. It doesn't hit the same, but it's still
it goes. The hand gesture.
So they still have those.
Yeah, still have dances like that. Yeah,
that's amazing. And you're just like, you come from the root of it all. I think it's so important too, Sean. And then you keep the essence of what it should be. You know, again, the celebration, the musical expression, and all of that. Getting people to dance. That's always that's a you thing.
Yes.
You know,
and lately clubs here, they have their sections and the tables, and there's no more dance floor. So that it's kind of, for me, it's not a good look for that. You know what I mean? There's some clubs that still have the space where you could get busy in there, but
everything else is just sofa.
Yeah.
I know.
Lounge tables.
I was at a club the other day. They said I couldn't dagger.
Well, you shouldn't, Dagger.
Yeah.
You should not.
that could hurt you, bro.
I know.
But I was
You
telling
better be careful of that.
I was telling them, like, you put a Sean Paul club song at the club, it still hits no matter what.
Yeah,
'Cause
bro, it feels good. I
Yeah.
was at a club last night and they played 2 joints and people was just singing and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Sean Paul, we're going off the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's insane
Yeah.
of Trinity to be able to stay this long, to see how much is celebrated. It's reliving itself, like you said,
It
on
is.
TikTok and through different artists, like wanting to be a part of what you started,
Yeah.
and of course what you've been influenced by. But I guess, do you like that collaboration? Is that what you're wanting more of in 2026 for Sean Paul?
Yeah, I think, I've always been, people used to call me the king of collabs, you know what I mean? There's a lot of collaboration work I've done in music, and each one of them teach me something about myself, teach me patience, it teach me how to, construct a song from that person's perspective.
True.
More. And so I love doing it. And now that there's so much different ways to kind of sample music and create music off of something that's already out there. There's people doing it with my stuff, and
Yeah.
it's a great feeling to know, man.
And
Great feeling.
you've seen the model change now too. We were just talking about it. We played a song that was like 6 minutes long, and
Yeah.
now there's no way there's a 6 minute long song.
Short content.
Yeah, look at it, short form content. She knows it.
I have like some of my longest songs. It was a 5-minute song. It was very slow and long. But last year I put out a song that didn't make 2 minutes, and the producer was like, "This is dope." And I'm like, "No, let me." And he's like, "Nah, this
Like,
is
you're
what
done,
it
you're
is.
done.
This is what it is right now." I'm like, "All right, bro." So yeah, and back in the day when I used to record, it was just reel to reel and 24
Yeah.
track thing, and I remember being in a dub studio. So this is where they cut the acetate. Now you might not know who's listening what that is. It's the actual record, the vinyl, right? So they're actually cutting it when you're singing live.
Wow.
And I made a mistake one of the first times, and I was like, "Yo, start over." They were like, "No, you
That
can't do
went
that,
on
bro."
the-
You like they have to scratch that part
Yeah.
off of the record
Oh.
because it's
Physically,
being cut
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And then so they're like, "Listen, you gotta control that and don't make no mistakes." And so back in the day, it had to be on point. Like we had to know the whole song before we went in there,
Yeah.
Wow.
especially for dub plates.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's all cut and paste, cut and paste.
Yeah.
So that's
A lot
kind of
easier.
different as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's why he gets mad at the TikToks, bro. 'Cause if he couldn't get it right the first time,
I'm like,
Me
"Hey,
too.
yo, this is Sean Paul." It's crazy.
I want to know about the song Temperature. Like, where were you when you decided to like make that song? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was it was January 2005, and it was like a cool climate in Jamaica. November to about March, it's kind of cooler at home, and also it was very cold in terms of cold-hearted. It was a lot of people getting shot at the time,
Oh.
and so I heard the rhythm in a community called Standpipe, which is where big open dancing is a ghetto. And so we there, and I hear the rhythm playing, and I'm like, "Yo, whose rhythm is this?" And they told me I know the guy. Next day I called him, and so when the lyrics say, "The way the time cold, I want to be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm," I'm also talking about the gunshot. Like I'm not just talking love. I got I'm gonna shelter you with my love. I'm kind of speaking as a metaphor to the cold-hearted stuff that was going on that year, 2005. Yeah. So it kind of like saying my thing up against that, and also just bringing people back to the party, back to
right.
get busy, back to backing it up.
There you
Wow.
go.
I'm gonna be
There you
crying
go.
in the club now when I
See?
hear
I
that.
know.
I'm like,
Yeah, you're
oh,
gonna be
God.
thinking that.
He's putting the medicine in the candy.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
entertaining to you, but he's
Exactly.
still saying something, you guys. You have
Exactly.
to think about it.
Exactly. It was a fun song,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know that. That's why I was saying those words. Like, they like, "What's the right temperature to shelter me from the storm?" I was kind of saying, let's not worry anymore. Let's come back and let's be under the shelter of the music.
Wow.
What do you think it is about Jamaica that it feels like you guys have the answer to the world's problems, and the answer is like one love, like love each other, like unity and stuff like that? And
We're a spicy people, and it's a community that is influenced by a lot of different ethnicities.
Yeah.
Like I just told you, I'm
Yeah.
a mixed up person.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, that and it's a small territory. So that kind of mix gives us, you know, a lot of learning
Yeah.
to do.
That's
So
yeah.
we had a lot of learning to do
Mm-hmm.
before we got to the point where it's like, yo, you know,
That
one love.
knowledge and that insight. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, big up to Bob Marley and the message he sent and the people he learned from. I mean, one of the biggest prophets for him is someone named Marcus Garvey,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a very deep philosopher for the whole, you know, diaspora. And I'm just proud that those people come from where I'm from, and they gave us the answers in their example of how they lived.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why we got the answers.
I love it.
People
It's
walk
like a
in
high
good steps.
concentration, small place,
Mhm.
high concentration of a lot of mixed
Yeah.
cultures and
Yeah.
stuff.
You learn
And-
quick.
Mm-hmm. Sean, you know, we were talking about your different ethnicities. Is any of it Hispanic? Any of it?
It is
Because I feel
Portuguese.
like you're ours.
Yeah,
Portuguese.
it's Portuguese.
Yeah.
but-
Okay,
and then
that's
people
that's
ask me, do you speak? I'm like, no, I don't speak nothing
Mm-hmm.
other than obrigado. Like I really don't know.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I feel like you're in our households. Like there's Spanish versions of your songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we just like I don't know. You're one of ours. I feel like your name could be I don't know, Paulo or something like. Paulo.
Paulo, that's funny.
Yeah.
I went the first couple times I went to New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the block with more Jamaican people, and they're like, yeah, it's Jamaican kid, it's new music. And like, all right, big up my bro. And then I go to a next corner, and it's like people are like, you sure you Jamaican? I thought you look Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You sure you ain't Mexican? And people come up to me, you're Guyanan, because I know people from my uncle knows
Ghana?
you. You
my
you were
gosh.
born in Guyana. I'm like, nah, bro. I just got a lot of different mixes,
Yeah.
and as I said, I'm a people person, so it feel like, you know, yeah.
Maybe you're meant to
I'm
be that.
puzzled.
You're meant to be
Universal?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what
I
do
think
they
so.
call the rock? Ambiguous.
Oh, there you go,
yeah.
Like this one could be
Ambiguous.
anything.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants to claim Sean
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
But,
he's ours.
but for sure though, I mean, you know, as a kid growing up, when I would hear like friends cussing about one set of people, I was like, but that's my grandma.
Yeah.
And then she cussing about some other people. I'm like, but those are that's my father's side.
Dang.
So for me, I didn't have the hate. Like I was like,
right. You understood it.
yeah. For me, those barriers are broken down in my DNA. I can't help that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow.
Dang. So it's safe to say that right now you still haven't learned Spanish, right? Because I saw
Not
an
much.
interview and you're like, man, I wish I learned Spanish like
Not
way
much.
back.
Not much. You know, back in the early days, chilling with some Latina ladies, I learned a couple. I learned a couple of different
Yeah.
things.
A couple different
What you
things.
need. You learned what you need.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so like I know we mentioned temperature, and we mentioned a few other songs, and I think along with those songs, the music videos and what you've done with music videos. Period. Like there was a time where it's like if it wasn't your video, we didn't really care for it, Sean,
Yeah.
because you knew to give it. You gave it that dance. You gave it the creative direction and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Like now we have your Ginger record that is
Yeah.
AI. Like how
Yeah.
did you think of like okay, well I'm assuming like okay it's the future. We got to do something
Yeah.
with it and give it to our benefit.
For
Like,
sure.
talk to me about that directing.
Well, first of all, as you said, I've been in the business a long time, and I've
Yeah.
been doing, you know, a lot of different videos and
Yeah.
a lot of different songs. People don't understand sometimes. It's kind of, it is challenging to make the same song in a different way every time. And so for the videos that way for me as well. And I'm like, you know, I don't want people to kind of see my videos and skip it. And so I wanted something to stand out, and I was looking for the latest thing. And I remember back in the day, a group called Aha. They sing a song.
Take on me.
Yeah, take on me.
Take on
Oh,
me.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's in cartoon movies nowadays.
How did you get that from what he was just going? He was
He's
just
a
doing
DJ.
like I don't know.
He
I
gets
got the
it.
Sean Paul knowledge.
I thought it was
Yeah, what's going on?
I thought he was doing the Christmas song, the drummer boy. Like what is he saying?
Yo, no, you got it.
He
got it,
You know
yeah.
what's going on?
I like it.
But the video for that song was a cartoon. They drew it. You know, most of it was in a cartoon world, and the kid broke out of the window and came into the real world. And I was like, that's a tool that they used then, and the tools I have now is AI.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, AI is the worst it's ever going to be right now. Like, it's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And while that is concerning, you know, there's things that have come through that people it's going to change the game forever.
Yeah.
Like an MPC.
When it first
When
came out.
when my uncle, he's from a band in the 60s called the Vagabonds in Jamaica. And he was like, that's not real music. And I was like, I understand you, Uncle. And he's like, nah, because you have to groove as a band. You have to groove together.
And
And
you'd
then
be recorded with a live instrument, whereas an MPC, you could use like electronic
Plain
sounds
sounds.
or...
and bring any sound you wanted in.
Yeah.
And he's like, but it's not real sound and you don't have the real feeling. And I understood what he was saying and where he was coming from.
Right.
But I've seen now that it's just like we using, people aren't even doing this no more. They're just placing things on Ableton.
Yeah.
If you know the programs that make music nowadays, that's the type of thing that's going on now. And it's just like technology evolves as well as us. And so while we'd like for the stuff to be staying the same way, it isn't. And you should use whatever it is, you know what I mean? And no matter how much MPC music I make, I still like to jam with the band.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't take that away.
yeah, don't take that away from me. I'm a human being. AI could do what it want. I mean, I'm here.
I'm gonna prompt it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prompt it to work in my favor
Exactly.
while also
It's a
still
tool.
being able to do the like the natural artistry, like your uncle was saying.
Yeah, it's a tool. Use it, but not every time either.
Yeah.
For that time, and I was pushing fun at myself too. I'm a superhero. Like
Yeah, that was great. I was like,
it's
you
stupid. I
are.
was like, I want all iconic scenes and whatever. My director's here, Kiran Khan. He's
There he is.
He shoots.
That's
he's
so
my
funny. Like,
videographer.
what are you gonna use AI for? I'm gonna make myself a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, I think
gonna
that's
be
all
Iron
of
Man.
our AI like
Yeah.
imaginations. Because when we were a kid, we'd be superheroes jumping off of our
off of the
couches. You know what I'm
roof.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
calm down, Sean.
Hey, I was tying towels on my neck. My mom was like, "What are you doing, bro?" So but it's funny when my son saw the video. I'm like, "Look at the new video," and he's watching it, and he goes, "Iron Man!" I'm like,
Nice.
he's like, "That's dope." I'm like, "Yeah, nice."
So what would be your
caught him with it.
superhero, like, what's it called? Not
my,
attack, but
Like,
power.
my power.
Yes.
My power is that I have the best cologne that puts people in a subdued mood.
Okay, that makes sense.
That we could accommodate peace and stuff like that a lot
He's
easier.
thought about
Wow.
It's all about peace.
I'm
and
the
love.
peace master.
The peace master.
Do that, just like put your hand out, just spray it.
Oh, you guys will end
And
war
everybody,
right now.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what? I wasn't really that mad. I just wanted to
Wow.
see.
I was
Exactly.
misunderstood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sean Paul, quick! There's a hood in trouble.
I'm the peace master blaster. Yeah.
Look at you. You have your
Peace
name.
master blaster.
Do your little ones do TikToks with you too, or are they just
Oh.
like, Dad, you're crazy?
No, they were the ones that was. My son was like, "Yo, Dad, TikTok." I'm like, "What?" And he puts the iPad and he started doing his thing. I think I did one with him, and he's like, "Bro, you don't do those no more."
Dad, you're cringe, Dad. You're cringe, Dad.
Stop
You don't got the riz.
But for a while, and then now he's like learning from his big cousin, my brother's daughter, how to do CapCut and
Yeah.
and he's in there. He's doing
Yeah.
all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Red face.
He's crazy with it.
His face.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And it's just evolving.
Yeah.
I like that you're keeping your family really close.
Yes.
A lot of us too, like, I guess being first generation, like our families are really, really close from
Yeah,
different parts of the world that we're from. And I find that too with you, like you make sure you and your brother are involved and
Yeah.
their kids grow up together. Sometimes people lose that, coming here and then as the generations grow, you know?
I do find it sad. I don't think we have to be attached at the hip, but
Right.
I mean, there's certain things that in this world I like to tell my son and daughter, you're the closest things to each other. There's nothing closer than y'all. And they're like, what do you mean? I say, well, half of me is in you and half of your mom is in you, and there's no two people on earth with that.
Yeah.
And so
I want to cry.
so-
That's so sweet.
That
and
is
so-
really sweet.
And so I try to.
You
let
said that
them
when they
know.
were fighting, huh?
Yeah.
Peace master blaster.
Stop fighting! There's no one like him in you.
Exactly.
Smell this.
Sorry, Sean. This is supposed to be a serious interview.
I know.
know.
You're a Superman now.
It's fun. I love it.
I wanted to ask you because I know for the longest time we were saying the Shanapal and that we were saying it wrong, right?
Yeah, well,
You're saying
not
something
wrong.
else.
Yeah,
Wait.
there's a friend of mine.
Hold on.
He passed away. R.I.P. to Dadagon. But he's the guy who started the group I was in, and we were freestyling one day, and he's like, "Yo, you don't know we are the real champion. Pass all the mic to Shonda Paul," and he said my name that way. My name is Sean Paul. That's my first and my middle name. But there's a famous cricketer, and his name is actually Shonda Paul.
Yeah.
Shonda Paul. And so everybody in the studio laughed at the same time when he said it. He passed me the mic. I'm like, gee, thanks. Now I got to compete with that.
With
You
the
know what I mean?
cricketer.
Yeah. And so I just owned the name up. And everybody, I said it in different dub plates.
Yeah.
And I ended up saying it in the beginning of Like Glue. Yo. So me go, so then I said, Shonda Paul. Well, I don't really care what people say. So you know, it just stuck. It was so it is the guy's name, but it was my friend.
It's meant for you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he gives everybody nicknames. Like he would come in here and he's what's up, pink sweater? Like
I'd be like, hey.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's his little way of like. So he gave me that nickname, and I just said it out a couple times so people didn't know. And I recently met the cricketer like a couple years ago.
You met Sean Paul?
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, bro. And he's like, I knew you were saying my name, bro.
He probably went his whole life.
I
Like,
know.
that's my name. That's me.
People started saying his name different.
right.
After that.
But we friends now, and you know, it's
Oh,
kind of
Okay, that's
so
good.
tight,
That's super
Sean.
cool.
Is there anything else that maybe we're getting wrong or saying wrong?
I don't know. My wife first met me. She's like, "Where's Balthazar?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Balthazar in the song that you said, that's the way in Balthazar." And I'm like, "Nah, the lyric doesn't say that. It says dash away that boy for sure." So even she,
Yeah.
even she,
It
here,
happens.
like
Yeah.
she's born and grown in Jamaica,
Yeah.
but she didn't understand what I was saying. She was like,
Okay.
"Yo, what?" So
Where's Balthazar? That's a whole Pokemon.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like
Lady, I don't know
Bulbasaur.
about
I don't know what she's
Balthazar.
talking about. She told me the song, and it's like, no, it's about, you know, dash away the boy for sure, not Balthazar.
Ah.
All
Sean,
right, Pokemon.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think it was about you specifically that like made hip hop gravitate towards you to like, you know, collab with you and make songs like you? Because there's a lot of other dope, you know, Jamaican artists, but it was like in the 2000s, it was everybody was coming like, I need a Sean Paul song.
Bro, you know, we were my generation, like my brother and his friends, and the sound system he started. We were the kids playing the latest hip hop in Jamaica. We loved it, and like it's funny because it wasn't really popular at the time in Jamaica. You know, we knew it came from stuff that we've been doing with the sound system, but a lot of big hip hop artists was talking things that wasn't like we didn't understand their terms, but my generation did. So, you know, you kind of bring that into your own life.
Yeah.
And me singing about you know, Pastor Joe and a bottle of Mo, we didn't say that in Jamaica. It wasn't those slangs. So I think me kind of reaching out to that community, especially because I loved music that you know, hip hop vibes on the floor. I think that people kind of checked that out with me, and the flow was always something that people was like, "Yo, your flow is a little different." So
And it was authentic to you. Like other people could come out and have the same sound, but they didn't live it like how you lived it. Like you genuinely were a mix of the two genres.
it felt that way
Yeah.
for me, and,
Yeah,
and
for
I always
sure.
tried to mix it. So you know, that's why I collabs with Busta Rhymes in the early times and that kind of stuff. I did collabs with Clips. You know.
You're
big
the
up
best, bro.
Neptunes and, yeah.
You're the
And
best. I'm so happy
And
that we
Beyonce
got
won.
a chance to talk to you, man.
Appreciate
Sean Paul, the Trinity 20th anniversary, bro. September 27 just happened. That was the 20 years.
Yeah.
In
Wow.
2005 is when all of that happened. But you know, like you're gonna continue on to give us, like we just talked about Ginger. It doesn't seem like you're not changing with the times. You know what needs to be done, but your sound is so forever. So
Right.
you're gonna last forever.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to sing songs that people like
Yeah.
and move to. You know what I mean?
That's so.
Back it up again.
Let's
Yeah.
Sean, can you say vinyl real quick? You said vinyl. I liked how you said it.
Vinyl.
No, but you didn't say it like
I
that.
said vinyl.
Yes. I was like, wait, that's so cool. I just want to hear you talk.
Yeah. That's funny.
Can we give you Mexican words and you say them?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Say esomero.
Esomero.
Oh, God.
He got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say.
Wait, hold on. Tell me what esomero means.
It's just like that's right.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's it.
Esomero.
There you go.
Oh.
Dang, it's good.
Say fierro.
Fierro.
That's like
Fierce like
no,
No.
almost like it's a lot. Guys,
fierro.
Like putting it down.
fierro, like fierro,
Like
like you got
strong.
that
Yeah,
fierro,
like
Sean
yeah,
Paul.
Yeah.
But it could also mean.
Yeah.
But it could also mean.
Anybody
else? Anybody else?
Fierro,
Yeah.
Fierro translates to steel,
Yeah, you
Oh,
get it? Like
okay,
you steal.
okay.
but
steal.
you use it different ways.
Yeah,
I
steal
get it.
Sean Paul.
Fierro.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to give some?
No, I want him to give us patois words. And then,
Yeah. Patois as well.
and like if we could guess them.
Give us what
Ooh.
fierro would be.
Oh yeah.
Fierro.
Like a steel, like you know.
I don't know. I guess your blood clot. That's what.
Everybody
knows that one.
Yeah, I like
Everybody
it. What's
knows that
what's
one.
a word for like your love or like your like a nice pet name for someone that you love?
Wow. I don't think that's even in our
Like-
vocabulary. anymore.
Really?
Do you guys have like a babe? Like what would babe be for you, Sean?
Well, when I was growing up, we used to call our girlfriend our Stookie.
Our
Or
Stookie.
Stookie.
That sounds
Yeah.
so cute.
I'm a Stookie.
My
Say,
Stookie.
yo,
Stookie.
when we get a little Stookie, and you're like, oh yeah, where she there? It's like, yeah, man, she'll come over here. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I
I'm a
understood
Stookie.
everything you said.
Yeah, I get it.
And
Yeah.
then you
No,
said
bro.
fierro.
Get my Stookie.
Thank God, Paul. Thank you so much for coming by. It's Power 106, Brown Bag
Thank you,
Mornings.
guys.